What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy Jackson, and yeah, I'm back with another video. And you might have noticed the mic quality went up. Yeah, that's because it did, because I got a new microphone, and yeah, that's pretty good. So sorry for not uploading last week. I fucking forgot, and a couple of other crazy things happened, and I'll probably make videos about one or two of them. And yeah, so crazy shit happened this morning, but nevertheless, I'm gonna make two videos this week for y'all. And right now, I'm waiting for my plug to pull up. He said he'll be here in 30 minutes, and this man's trustworthy. I know he'll be here in 30 minutes, so I got about 30 minutes to record. And right now, I'm ripping on this Farmer's Daughter Clean that I got for trading some Ritalin to my homeboy. And yeah, so basically, this clean is pretty fucking good. I'm gonna take a rip for y'all. Sorry, I'm a little stoned right now. But yeah, I'm gonna take a rip right now. Man, that was really milky. Alright, I hope I don't have to record this intro another time, because I've taken a rip in every intro, and I'm pretty fried. Anyway, I'm gonna rip my fogger in a second. Anyway, yeah, pretty good strain. It's fucking like a GMO strain. Good garlic, mushroom, and onion. And yeah, so before I get into the video, today's story is not necessarily like a drug story time. I mean, they're kind of involved, but not really. They don't play a huge role in it. Because this was a very small part of my life where I had actually like quit smoking heavily. Like I would hit the yard every like couple days, and then I would chug water to get it out of my system. Yeah, before I get into the video and the intro and shit, go follow my Depop. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it in the intro, or I'm not gonna put it in the description or anything like that. I'll put it in future videos when I get a couple more pieces to put up there. But yeah, I started a Depop because I go thrifting every day, and I spent tons of money on clothes. So yeah, anyway, yeah, it's just vintage shit and like pretty cool shit. But yeah, anyway, go follow X-Rays. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. He made the intro song. It's actually pretty fucking fire. And yeah, he's actually a listener of the channel. He messaged me on Instagram, and I was impressed with his music. So yeah, I decided, yeah, I'm gonna use it in the intro. But yeah, anyway, let's get right into the video.
Yeah, I'm levitating in this blunt rotation. Shawty thick, she said I'm the best creation. If you run up on me, I'ma blow you down, cremation. I'm chasing serotonin, that's a good sensation. Yeah, I got that good shit that put you in a simulation. Make it hella money, that's my main obligation. Yeah, these people switching up, they separate like segregation. Yeah, I'm climbing to the top, I feel like a Freemason. Hit him with a motherfucking arrow in his face.
Alright, yeah, so I'm pretty sure this takes place back in, like, March, and, in February, I went through a bit of a Xanax phase. That's, like, when I really did Xanax for the first time. Like, the first Xans I got, they were kind of ass, and then I got those Xans, and those were really, really good. And, yeah, that was, like, my little taste into Xanax, and I wouldn't become the Bartard you guys know today until, you know, much later. But, yeah, so, March, I wasn't really doing much, actually. I had pretty much quit smoking because I wanted to get a car, and I wanted to, like, start driving and shit. And as you'll see, this story is why I pretty much don't have that. This is like the initial reason, other than like, you know, the stuff I've done after it, obviously. Yeah, I was actually doing pretty damn good. I mean, I wasn't hitting the yard I wouldn't hit the yard at all, actually. I mean, I would hit the yard like every 2 weeks, and I would hit it one or two times, and then I would flush it out of my system. And yeah, so I wasn't really getting caught. Like, I mean, this strategy worked really, really well. I would drink 7 Yeti cups full of water a day, and I could hit the yard once a week, and it would still be out of my system. And I mean, this worked really good. I mean, yards are obviously in your system longer than, you know, traditional bud, but yeah. Anyway, so I mean, I was doing pretty good. I was you know, minding my shit. This was around the time where I was actually stealing like my parents' car the most, though. I mean, this was when I was doing it a lot. And yeah, so on this particular evening, my parents went to go eat dinner with some of their friends at like this fancy ass restaurant that I've never been to. And yeah, so they leave, and one of my friends is sick, my homeboy Jojo, and he's actually, you know, he's involved in, you know, the running away from home story times, and, you know, a bunch of other stories. He's in like fucking 40% of the videos on this channel. Him and Chris are in a lot of videos. Anyway, so yeah, he texted me. He's like, "Yo, bro, I'm sick." And I was like, "Oh shit." And I had these two nicks. I had this white gummy ice nick, and I had this like other shitty fucking Geek Bar. It was like this fucking, well, this Geek Bar was shitty. It was like fucking Crazy Melon. And I had it up until like 2 weeks ago when I gave it to my homeboy, which will be a future story time. But yeah, anyway, so I told him, I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna cook you some food and bring that shit over," because you know, he helped me out. Like, you know, like I owe him shit still. Like, you know, like, I owe him shit. Like, he's helped me with a ton of shit. He's been involved in, like, a lot of these videos, you know. And, yeah, anyway, I decided, yo, like, I've already got dinner going, so, yeah, I'll bring him a fucking plate, bro. And I was like, all right, bet. And I was also going to let him rip my nick, too, because, you know, he wasn't vaping at this point. Like, he wouldn't own one, but he would still, hit one, allegedly speaking. I don't know if he's watching this, but yeah. So I get everything ready. I start cooking the dinner. I'm ripping my nick, and I'm just chilling. I get dinner fucking finished, and I put that shit in like a little Tupperware container. And I tell my little brother, I was like, yo, I'll be back in like 45 minutes. And he's like, all right, bet. And so I hop in a fucking F450, a big ass truck, because my dad took his regular fucking truck, the one I was used to driving. He took that bitch, so I had to use the F450. And I had only driven the F450 probably around like 5 times, so I wasn't really used to it. I drove it with him like maybe once or twice, and yeah, so I didn't have much experience with it, but I thought I'll be fine. And I didn't want to take my mom's car because she pays attention to the fucking amount of gas that's in that bitch. And so I decided, well, I'll put his address in and just hope for the best. Hope I can be fast. And I put his address in. It says it'll take like 13 minutes to get there. I was like, all right, bet. Because this was his new apartment. And mind you, I hadn't been there yet. That was my first time going there. That was like before I went there when I ran away. Like, that was like, I went there for like 10 minutes. And yeah, anyway, my first time going there, I didn't really know how to get there, and it took me a weird way, and it could have taken me a much faster route. Like, I know that the traffic on that route would have been way fucking faster. I mean, there would have been, like, no traffic on that road at all, and the road it took me through had hella traffic. So, I mean, that shit kind of aggravated me, but, yeah, it was fine. Anyway, so I get to his house, and I drop him off. I go up to him, and I knock on the door. And I let him rip my nick a couple times. Like, I wipe the fucking thing, and like he uses like sanitation and shit, or like the whatever fucking wipes. And he grabs the plate, and I was like, yo, I was like, I need to back the truck up. And I had a hard time getting in there. Like, I drove up the fucking hill to get up to his house, or his old house. And I had a hard ass time fucking getting into his parking, or getting into like any area, because this is cramped ass street, and I'm driving a big ass fucking truck. And so I parked this bitch in his driveway, and I really couldn't figure out how to get out. And like 3 people in the neighborhood were eyeing the fucking truck, and I was like, damn. And yeah, so I'm talking to him for a minute, and yeah, I let him rip my neck for a second, and then he hands it back to me. And I get ready to go. I dap him up, and he takes the food inside, and he starts eating. And I managed to back the truck up, and I start headed home. And like, he's texting me, and I'm not looking at it while I'm driving. I'm just listening to music, and it's getting fucking dark, which actually really isn't worrying me. And I'm coming up on the fucking road that I know how to drive on. I mean, I drive on it all the fucking time. And I'm coming up at this fucking yellow light. And I mean, I'm pretty fucking close to it. So I just rev the engine, and I fucking speed the fuck up. And I get it right up under it. And as soon as I cross the barrier and go past it, like, I was already under the light, it turned red. And a fucking cop lit me up. And mind you, at this point, I had no license. And I mean, this car wasn't fucked. I mean, the registration, like, it was all there and everything. But I wasn't allowed to be driving this car because it's on a different kind of insurance. Only like a couple people are, allegedly speaking, of course. Right. All right, so the cop lights me up, and I'm just driving along. I just am paying it no mind as this motherfucker did a entire U-turn to come get me because he was turning. And I was like, that's so fucking unfair, bro. And I was just pissed. So I stopped. I don't turn into a gas station. I'm like, I was actually contemplating running in my fucking, in this F450. I would not have made it out, bro. And I was like, should I run? I was like, no, I'm going to just fucking slow down. And so I fucking pull over into this little area where they're doing construction. Nobody's there. Yeah, sorry to interrupt the story. Sorry, the plug came early, so I just had to go out there and grab the yart. And, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a whole melt. I haven't smoked whole melts in a while. It's a, fucking Candyland one. It's actually pretty good. I mean, the terps, it's very, very terpy. I mean, like, dead ass, I don't know. Like, they're good. They get you fried, but they're probably, like, not safe. But anyway, yeah, I'm about to get, like, 2 yerks tonight. So, I mean, do I really care about myself if I'm finna do that? Anyway, I'm gonna take a break for y'all. Yeah, anyway, I'm kind of sick, but anyway, nevertheless. Oh my gosh, dude, this actually tastes really good. The problem is, this tastes like Nick. Like, this low-key, it has, like, that sweet Nick taste, so it's, like, added terps. But, I mean, anyway, I know Goblin probably smoked some boof-ass carts when he was a kid. But anyway, yeah, so to get back into the story, yeah, I pull over for the officer, and, fuck. Hold on, let me fix this shit, hold on. Fuck. God, my fucking lungs, God. Alright, so, anyway, the cop gets out. And he immediately fucking runs up to my car with his gun drawn at me. I'm not joking, by the way. Okay, mind you, I'm a fucking kid. I was 16 years. Oh, I'm still 16. I turned 17 soon, but yeah, mind you, I'm 16 years old, and he comes at me with a gun drawn, like fucking sprints up to the car. Like I just killed in mass. I just fucking committed vehicular manslaughter and killed 8 people. I mean, God. And he runs up to me, and I fucking I fucking roll the window down, and I'm just looking at him like, "Hey, dude," and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Driving," and he's like, "No, you clearly weren't." What are you talking about? The light was yellow when I went, and he's like, it just turned. I was like, not really, and he was like getting frustrated, and he was like, "I'm gonna need to see your ID." I was like, there's a problem with that. I don't have one." He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I have a learner's permit," and he was like, "Well, you need a fucking license to drive a car." I was like, okay. And mind you, I'm posting this shit on Snapchat. Like, I'm recording this, and I'm fucking, like, dead ass. I posted it on Snapchat. I posted me getting pulled over on Snapchat. And my cousin ended up snitching to my mom and dad that I posted it on Snapchat because, you know, he works for them, and he's fucking, like, a grown adult, and he kind of has to. But, yeah, anyway, so I'm talking to the cop, and he's like, you need a license to drive a car. Like, you're driving like an idiot. And I didn't know who you were because, you know, like, only really big fucking country dudes drive big, jacked up F450s. And I was like, that's kind of racist, but whatever. I was like, that's kind of a I said that's kind of a stereotype, and he was like, well, it's pretty much fucking true, man. I was like, all right, and he starts lecturing me about like why this is a bad idea and why what I'm doing is dangerous because I don't know how to drive this truck and stuff, and I'm like just a kid and shit. And then like a car that was definitely had some weed in it or like smelled like pack drove by. As he was like talking to me, he came back from his car and shit, and he like looked at my dad or whatever, and he was like, "I smell marijuana," and he was like, "Have you been smoking pot?" He's like, "You're high. I can see it in your eyes." I was like, "Dude, I'm not high." Like I was like, I'm not fucking high. And he's like, "I smell marijuana." I was like, "Well, we're next to a highway, and motherfuckers around here smoke, so I mean, you're gonna smell pot." And he's like, "I smell it in this car." I was like, "There's no weed in the car. I mean, you're free to search it." And mind you, if they searched it, I would have been fucked because there is a firearm in the fucking glove box. There's a gun in there, and yeah. So anyway, I'm not gonna go into much detail about that. If they would have searched the car, I would have been fucked. But yeah, the cops just like screaming at me and shit and telling me how dumb it is to drive. And he's like asking me still like if I'm high, and I'm like, no, all I have is 2 nicks, and I pull them out of my waistband and I show it to him, and he was like, oh, and I was like, do you want these? He's like, no, you can keep them. So I was just hitting them, and yeah, they make me call my parents, and I call my parents, and they thought it was a joke. So yeah, they called more officers down to the scene, and the officers are talking to my parents, and my parents were at the dinner with their fucking friends, and they were getting embarrassed and shit, and my parents hate to get embarrassed, so like they had to like leave their dinner and shit, and I called my cousin, and my cousin was like, I could come pick it up, and I was like, no, it's fine, mom and dad are on the way, and they were telling me that like if they were gonna take any longer, like the car was gonna get towed, and the officer was like, dude, I was about to get off for the night, bro, you like ruined my evening. And I was like, well, you're the one that pulled me over. And he's like, you were doing something illegal. And I was like, well, touche. And yeah, I was just sitting there silent, and my parents pulled up. And mind you, I still have these 2 nicks in my waistband. The police didn't take them. And so I started to head towards my mom, who was about to get out and drive my dad's truck. And my dad went to the F450. And my dad screamed at me, hey, you're not getting in with her. And he like yanks me into his vehicle, and he's like, dude, I should have come up there and fucking like yanked you out of the vehicle. I was like, GTA style. And yeah, he got pretty mad about that. And yeah, I was just sitting in silence, and he was just lecturing me about shit. And side note, the cop never apologized to me for saying that like I smelled like weed or anything, like even though it wasn't me. He even admitted that it was a car passing by, but he never apologized for saying that. And you know, anyway, my bad. So yeah, I get home, my parents walk in the door first, and they tell me to stay outside, and they walk in there and they go, where's your brother, to my little brother. And he was like, I don't know. And I mean, he knows like not to snitch. Like my little brother knows like not to snitch. Like no matter what my parents say, you know, he knows not to snitch. And yeah, so everything's fine. Like I walk in the door, and like they tell him what happened. He was like, oh fuck. And I was like, yeah, I got fucking pulled over. And I mean, you know, like nothing happened. I didn't get penalized for this. The police just let me off with a fucking like a little nope, don't do that again. And yeah, I mean, I didn't get a point on my license. I could get my license like, you know, like today if I like my parents would sign those fucking papers. But you know, anyway, nothing eventful happened really after this. Like my mom wanted to know why, so I told my parents why, and they didn't believe me. They thought like drugs were involved, and I was like, no drugs were involved, you know. And they were like, yeah, right. And they tested me. You know, I tested fucking negative, dude. And you know, they really couldn't believe it. They thought I diluted my piss or some shit. And yeah, so I got to keep these 2 nicks. Like as soon as I got home, they were lecturing me, and the 2 nicks were in the waistband, like in my fucking waistband. And I came into my fucking like room, and I hid them under my bed, and then I put them in my hiding spot. And I don't hide shit in my room anymore, you know, Mom, in case you're watching. But, you know, anyway, that's about it for the story. The whole melt got me fucking fried, dude. Holy shit. But I locked in for this video. I'm hoping to get this next video recorded either tonight or tomorrow. And I'm trying to do it like a video of a different style. And one of my homeboys is actually going to be editing it. He offered to do it, you know, I think for free. I don't know. I might pay him. But, yeah, anyway. I hope you guys like his editing style. Hope you guys like the video. And, yeah, like and subscribe if you want to. And remember, go follow like X-Rays, and go fuck with my Instagram, you know, fucking do WDG, all the other shit, you know, nobody stays this late to the video. Anyway, yeah, peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video.